Welcome back. Today's lesson is Reading 7B Part 1. So please take your students' books on page 90 and let's start. Today we have three objectives. Objective 1. Predict the topic of the lesson, making use of the title and the pictures. Objective number 2. Examine a text to allocate specific information. And objective number 3. Identify the reference of 8 numbers or statistics using context clues. Now, please have a look at the following 5 pictures and try to label them, and then we will be back. Alright, so picture number 1. Very good. So that's about water pollution. Picture number 2. Excellent. Running water or tap water. Picture number 3. Water fountain. Very good. What about picture number 4? Excellent. Water cooler. And the final one here, that's sparkling water. Very good. Now, what is common between these 5 pictures? Excellent. We have the word water. And today's lesson is going to be about water, or H2O, and that's the chemical representation of water. Very good. Now, please, dear students, let's have a look at the text on page 90. So just have a look at the layout here and tell me, where can you find this text? Very good. So we can find it in a science magazine. Okay, now what type of text is it? Have some time and then we are going to check the answer. Okay, so what do you think? That's an informational text. And what's an informational text? It's a text in which we have a lot of information about something, and today it's about water. And we have questions and answers here about H2O. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start with activity A on page 90. Look at the questions 1 to 4 below, then read the text and match the questions 1 to 4 with the answers A to D. Let's read them together before I give you enough time to do it. Number 1. A friend of mine says he uses up 7,600 liters of water a day just from his diet. Is this possible? So this question was sent by Bob from Liverpool. And Bob is asking a yes or no question. So you are going to provide a yes or no answer. Alright, number 2. Is it true that half of the world's population hasn't got access to clean running water? And that's a question sent by Abdullah from Al Khor. And you are going to here give a yes or no answer. Number 3. I have heard that drinking 8 glasses of water a day is good for our health. Would it do me any good if I drank double that amount? That's a question sent by Rima. Okay, so here Rima is asking a yes or no question, so we need a yes or no answer. And finally, number 4, with 72% of the Earth's surface covered in water, why do people keep talking about the water shortage? Okay, so we have a water shortage. That's a question sent by Sandy from Perth. And Sandy is asking WH questions, so we need to provide an information, not only a yes or no question like the other ones. Okay, let's get started. So let's start with number 1. In which text you are going to find the answer to this question? Pause the video and try to guess, and then you are going to answer the question, is this possible? Okay, so in which text did you find the answer? Very good, so that was in text B. And can you answer the question, is this possible? All right. Yes, it is possible. Can you justify from the text? Excellent. So here we have a day's supply of food for an average family of 4 requires around 26,000 liters of water. So that's possible for what Bob have said. A friend of mine says he uses up 7,600 liters of water for his own diet. Okay, now number 2. You are going to pause the video and tell me in which paragraph you would find the answer to this question, and then you are going to answer the question. Okay, so in which text or in which paragraph? Good, that was in paragraph C. Now, can you answer the question? Here the question says, is it true that half of the world's population hasn't got access to clean running water? So the answer is yes, it's true. Very good. Can you justify? Excellent. That's in the beginning. Most of us take it for granted that we can turn on the tap and have a glass of cold water whenever we want. According to the United Nations, however, half of the global population can't do this. Half of the global population can't get access to clean running water. Very good. Now, question number 3. Pause the video please and try to tell me in which paragraph you are going to find the answer, and then you are going to answer the question. Alright, so in which paragraph? Very good, that's in paragraph D. And can you answer the question? Can you drink double of 8 glasses of water a day? Of course no, and because it is unhealthy. What is the justification from the text? Excellent. A person who has drank more water than they need can suffer from water intoxication, and that's something very unhealthy. Okay, question number 4. Again, please read the question, pause the video, and try to tell me in which paragraph you are going to find the answer to this question, and then you are going to answer the question itself. Alright, shall we answer? Good. So that was in paragraph A. Very good. Now, can you answer the question with an information, a full sentence, not a yes or no question? With 72% of the Earth's surface covered in water, why do people keep talking about a water shortage? Why do we have a lack of water, even though 72% of the Earth's surface is covered in water? Very good. So, only 3% of world water is fresh, so we can drink only 3% of world water. And the justification? Very good. The supply of fresh water, however, is limited to just 3% of the total amount, and there are fears that it won't be enough to keep the world population alive. So you see here that in the future it's going to be a problem of drinking water. Now, please, you are going to pause the video and it's time to check our comprehension. So in paragraph A we have 2 questions, and in paragraph B we have 2 questions also. Alright, let's answer. So question number 1. How is the water always in motion? In motion or moving? From paragraph A. Good. So it evaporates from oceans, it travels through the air, it rains on the land, and it runs through rivers and our bodies. What about question 2? Why are there fears that the fresh water supply won't be enough to keep the world population alive? Excellent. Because the human population has increased in size and the fresh water supply has decreased because of pollution. Now let's move on to paragraph B. Question 1. How much of the total amount of fresh water on our planet is used in agriculture? Okay, so 70% of fresh water is used in agriculture. So farmers use 70% of fresh water. Now question 2. How many extra liters of water are required if you want to add some toast with a slice of cheese along with your coffee? Very good. So that was in paragraph B. You need to add 49 liters of water. Now, dear students, move on to paragraph C and D and answer the following questions by pausing the video. Okay, let's answer number 1 for paragraph C. Who do some families rely on to collect water for them? Very good. They rely on the young female members. Okay, question 2. What are they forced to do so that they can collect water for their family? So they are forced to stop school to collect water for their family. Very good. Now, paragraph D, question number 1. Which category of people is at risk of water intoxication? Very good. So they are athletes such as marathon runners. In question number 2, what are the symptoms of water intoxication? How do you know someone has got water intoxication? Very good. So in paragraph D we have nausea, headaches, vomiting, and muscle weakness. Now, dear students, you are going to move on to activity B. On the same page, what do the following refer to? Match 1 to 8 to 8 to H. So have some time, read them, and then try to match. Okay, let's start with number 1. 72% of what? Excellent. That's a F, so the percentage of the planet's surface covered by water. So we have 72% and the percentage. Okay, number 2 we have another percentage, 50%. It's related to, very good, E, the percentage of people without running water. Okay, what about number 3, 42 thousands? So we have a number of what? Excellent, that's H. It's the number of deaths from dirty water every week. Number 4, around 26,000 liters. So liters of what? It's about water we are talking about. So here, that's the answer G. Daily water needed to prepare the food for a family of 4. Number 5. 3.4 million. It's related to, excellent, the number of deaths from dirty water every year. The answer D. Number 6. 8 glasses. Of course, glasses of water. It's related to, very good, the answer B. Amount of water one should drink daily. Number 7, 3% of that long number here of liters. That was in the beginning. Very good. So A, fresh water on the planet. So only 3% of the total amount of water you can see is fresh. Now the last one, number 8, about 140 liters. When I say liters, I'm normally talking about water. So it refers to the answer C, Water needed to produce a teaspoon of coffee beans. Excellent job, dear students. One last thing before we finish. Answer the following question. Which facts about water amazed you the most? Choose 3 facts or statistics about water and write them down in your notebook.